This is a rematch of a rematch against Canada. Last year you got UBA finals, and this last week you played against them. Couldn't beat them. What's the thing you have to do today to get these guys?
I think it's going to be defense. We really need to step up our defense. We were able to play incredible defense throughout this tournament. At certain points, we need to put it all together and beat them in the air, in the end zone for sure.
What do you think is the key to in this game altogether? The wind is not very strong, but it is there definitely. Is it something that you have to consider?
We don't really consider the wind. We actually prefer it to be windy. That's when we've played our best traditionally. But that's not really a factor for us. We just need to go out there and not turn it over and score it when we get the disc.
What is your feeling right now in your team? What's the hum there?
I'm feeling good. We're feeling tough. We're pumped up. We're excited. You know, we didn't come here to make it to this game. We came to win this game.
Excellent.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Andrew, you've been undefeated in this tournament so far. Any pressure?
Yeah, I mean, I think whenever there's a big game, there's always pressure. But we're used to playing these kind of games, and we thrive on it. We look forward to it.
What do you think is the key in USA game? How do you break it every time so far?
Well, we haven't broken it every time, but lately we've been on a good stretch. I think it's important for us to play tight defense on them, not give them easy goals, and make sure that we score in transition when we get the breaks on them.
How is your team feeling? Anybody injured? Every player is ready to go?
Every player is ready to go. This is what we came here for, and everybody's ready to go.
Congratulations for the game. It's not over yet, but have a good game. Hope it's a fair game, and I wish you all the best.
Great. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
This was our sideline reporter Anne Valta interviewing first USA's Adam Glimmy and then Canada's Andrew Lugsden. And you have the American lineup right here. Tough guys from the States, with perhaps guys to watch for: number 0, James Tudorus. And here's the Canadian lineup with number 9, Andrew Lugsden, whom you just saw being interviewed, and also number 91, Kirk Savage. And number 19, Jeff Cruikshank. The Americans play in all white, and Canadians in their red and black. And it's USA's Greg Hollywood Husak with the pull. First offense by the Canadians in their dark jerseys. Cruikshank with the disc. Andrew Lugsden. And a fairly optimistic try by the Canadians, and a block by Greg Husak. And Ryan Yarborough, player coach, starting the American offense. Taylor Casino and number 26, Mike Namkung. Lucky break for the Americans. Casino to Namkung. And a hanger, and Casino with the opening goal. Taylor Casino, number 5, scoring for the United States. This is the final game of the World Ultimate and Guts Championships in Turku, Finland in 2004. I am Martin Glantz, and with me in the studio are
Gavin Rausch
and Finnish team's coach and player
Peetu Ouna.
So what do you say, Peetu? You played these teams.
We just played US, we didn't play Canada, but tough team. They deserve to be there.
Okay. The team you played against just a couple days ago, how did it, what was the main difference between you and the Americans?
Well, I think it's the routine of the tough games. Like, I think that's the thing. They can play their own game in an important moment, and we just couldn't.
And here we have an example of being able to play in a tight spot. There's another block by an interception by the Americans, and again starting the offense at the sideline.
Bit of a slow start for Canada right now. Just getting warmed up.
So the main difference also, Peetu, I think, is that the Americans are a club team, Santa Barbara Condors. So are the Canadians, and most European teams only gather together before these big tournaments.
That's true, but like we've been having 2-year project and we've been practicing a lot together. So I think that wasn't the reason that we are from 3 different clubs, actually from 4.
And again, it's Mike Namkung to Taylor Casino, but there's a call. There is a travel call already on the previous throw. Jason Seidler with the disc. USA number 16. Taylor Casino. Mike Nemkong. Greg Husak. Many people going for the same disc, and I'm surprised if there's not a call.
Come on, Jason, fire up, Jason.
No call, but clear contact, but obviously nobody felt bad about that.
It's too early in the game for any bad feelings.
Andrew Lugsden.
Oh. Ooh, nice D.
Very aggressive block. Taylor Casino, his second goal, starting this game very strong. Watch this throw. A lot of players running across the throwing line, the thrower waiting until the line is open, and an inside-out backhand. You don't see inside-out backhands that much anymore. It's a risky throw because there's a lot of people running across the field, and people prefer knives and hammers a lot.
And breaking the mark as well. Prefer breaking the mark than inside out.
So it's USA 2 and Canada 0, and this is Andrew Lugsden with the disc. Lugsden, a long-time Furious George player. And number 99, Kirk Savage. And Lugsden one more time. John Hassel trying to break the marker. Probably a pick call in that situation. Alan Nichols, one of the oldest guys around Top Ultimate. Born as far as in the 60s. That's pretty amazing.
And still playing defense.
Andrew Lugsden scoring the opening goal for Canada. Not an easy point. And a close one too.
Yeah, defense, let's go!
Alan Nichols with the pull. Far down. Down in the end zone. And the Canadians setting up some kind of a clam deviation where you try to block the cutbacks, obviously. And this is number 0, James Tudors with the disc. Thomas Burefind. Brandon Steets. Oops. And Studers calling a foul, which is contested very, very strongly by Alan Nichols. Oops. Body contact. Hey guys, let's put the papers together. Ken Lyserson, a Condor veteran. And Adam Glimmy. And JD LeBeau. Steve Dugan. And just tipping the disc. Just tipping the disc away. And starting the Canadian offense. Alan Nichols, Oscar Pottinger, and another call. So again, the Americans are just trying to stop the upfield throws and to stop the cutbacks. And like Adam Glimmy said in the interview before the game, the key is to play hard defense and score on the turnovers. And the Canadians had the similar tactics, but Michael ends the scoring, and it's 2-all. Assist by number 7, Michael Grant.
Pretty even matchup so far, I think. So far.
Yes, it's interesting to see what happens because both teams have a long roster, a lot of guys, and as we heard, there are not many injuries. 2 fresh teams, very well prepared teams, and teams who know each other. So early in the game, you can only guess what's going to make the difference.
And both teams are pretty fresh, like they haven't had too many tight games during this week. So
lots of legs, ready for some work.
Like Adam Glimmy said in the beginning, they didn't come here for this game, they came to win this game. And I think that's the attitude an athlete should have. Playing
Watch
for
that travel a couple times.
But so far it's mostly hard man-to-man.
Yeah. With fast teams like this, it's really hard to make the travel call. Just sometimes you make it by accident, maybe.
Kirk Savage, and it's Mike Namkung breaking his mark. Studers and Oscar Pottinger.
Oh, travel.
Namkung to Steets.
Some aerobics.
You can't really distract any other patterns in the offense than perhaps just clearing the field for the next guy. But we are quite close to the Canadian goal line now, and it's an American timeout, so perhaps we can try to see if there is a set play. It might have been a set play because there was one player coming out of the end zone and Studer is filling the empty space. You can see it here.
It's a good swing.
There's one guy running across the line just before Studers comes in. You see the cut, and the next guy, Studers comes in. USA 3, Canada 2, Studers with the pull. And Mauro Ortiz catching the disc, and this is Cruikshank. Ortiz. And he's got Savage on his other side, but it's Cruikshank with the disc. And the Canadians are lining up 3 handlers, and they have 4 guys making cutbacks. And there's a strip call which is not contested, so Jeff Cruikshank has the disc. Kirk Savage with Taylor Casino in his face. More luck perhaps than planned execution.
Pays to be tall too, I think.
There is a favorable matchup. Andrew Lugsden is like 4 inches taller than the other guy, but those throws are always pretty risky if the catcher is not really open. Nice floater, almost in the American end zone, and it's Tudors with the disc. And it's a cutback game along the sidelines now. And this is Brandon Steets. And there's a pick call, and it's Brandon Steets again. And JD LeBeau.
Pick called, but doesn't like the call.
The crowd is getting bored. A few whistles.
Well, it's a problem with these big finals. There hasn't been a big international tournament final in a long time where in the open division it would have been one of the great games. There's a lot of fantastic individual performance, a lot of skill, a lot of athletics, but there are also a huge amount of all kinds of calls. Call, yes. White team says it's down, black team says it's up, and the disc goes back.
I think it's down.
Well, the slow motion says it's down. The evidence says it's down. Judging by the skill of these athletes, the foul was admitted and the goal was good. Oh, no. The foul was not admitted. Contests, and this goes back to the goal line. It's Alan Nichols. Oscar Pottinger near the sideline, back to Alan Nichols. The Americans blocking the throwing angles. Adam Glimmy trying to get the disc.
Come on, JD!
And the Americans taking very good care of their own end zone right now. There's not much room for the Canadian offense. But Alan Nichols, he's been here many times down this road.
Friendly scuffling going on.
Yeah, and there's not much room in the front corner, having one cut in there already. But if you've practiced it enough times. The Canadians somewhat lucky with the roller. They have time to set their defense. Greg Cusack. Fouls on the thrower.
Nice grab.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Ryan Yarbrough scoring. He's the guy who teaches these other guys to do those things. The coach is showing how it should be done. With a nice pancake catch. Textbook catch.
Oops. A little distraught at that last push, but they shook on it.
Taylor Casino pulling. 4 all. Oh, you can't wait too long. You just can't wait too long. There's a bit over 60 meters between the goal lines, and takes the guys like 7 or 8 seconds to get there. So if you have a good pull, the defense is there before the catcher gets the disc. Mauro Ortiz. Andrew Lugsden. And the Canadian offense is clogging and they lose the disc. Interception by Chris McManus. And again some pushing. It's a good way to stop the flow of the offensive team. Just to run into somebody by accident. Taylor Casino, 3rd goal, not bad. If you score 3 out of 5.
That's a nice break by Mike Namkun.
Yes. He's been doing a lot of frisbee golf. That's what the golfers call a putt.
Defense, all game, baby. All game defense.
Cruikshank with the disc. They should be Kirk Savage.
Kirk Savage with his scuba. That's his favorite.
Trademark.
Yeah, he likes to do that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
When I was still playing in my team, that used to be a very forbidden thing to do. And then so were hammers. But there are new guys on the line now, and the times, they are a-changing, so...
Another scuba.
Another one. Oh.
And a hammer. Ooh. That was why the hammers were forbidden on our team also.
That's bad reading.
Still, the crowd likes that.
Yeah. Well, it looks spectacular if it's executed correctly, but it's also a problem when you have a hammer like that coming out of the sun like it was right now, so you really don't see it until it hits your forehead and you look ridiculous. Cusack with the disc. Lugsden marking. Yarborough.
Strong throw.
Strong throw.
Good reach.
You can always say that the catcher should start running earlier, but then again, the throw didn't stay in the air, so
Some speed to that.
the Canadians are just looking for a swing and a huck.
Whoa, great D, really great D.
If you're faster than the other guy, you're just faster. Watch
Wow.
Greg Husak come between these two Canadians.
Explosive.
Yeah, and now you know what.
He wears boxers.
Yeah. Did you see the brand?
I wasn't actually looking that closely. Now they're getting warmed up.
But that was an impressive defense
Yeah.
by Husak. Yarborough also looking for a long throw.
Watch the travel a couple times.
And also, if you pivot around enough, at one point or another, you're bound to hit the marker, so you can call
That's nice block.
Andrew.
Yeah,
Old Andrew Lugsden.
great hands.
Well, he's got like 8 feet of reach when he goes like that. So. Mauro Ortiz looking for a teammate. And Jason Seidler on the mark. Lugsden. Husak is almost again there between two Canadians. Fast feet. Kirk Savage. And the pick call close to the end zone. Cruikshank. Right. Mark Roberts with his first goal. Petu, what's the main objective? What are the Canadians trying to execute with the disc on the offense? Because I see individual moves and fast throws, but I don't see a set offense.
Well, I think the isolation is the thing they're trying to do. Just to isolate and let the players just to make the moves and let the cutter dominate or decide where to go. And in these conditions, actually, there's quite a few mistakes, more than there should be. In this, like, it's not that quality game as it should be. Like you see, there's not much wind, so they should be able to play one-on-one games, one-on-one setups.
And it's Steve Dugan with the disc. Ken Lyserson. It very much looks like traditional cutback running. Dump, cutback.
One thing I don't really hear so much are up calls, and you'd think that two English-speaking teams would be yelling that all the time. Perhaps it's started here. Ooh, good placement.
Steve Dugan scoring, and might have been J.D. Lemieux with the assist. Oh yes. Nice pass along the sideline. But like you said, Peetu, it seems that both teams are just playing isolation game.
And I think it's one of the differences between American game and European style is that you give more options for the cutter to do. Like, especially in Northern Europe, you just look for one cut and then it's next one's turn. But in America, they just let you, the cutter can make 2 or 3 moves and just other players make room for him.
It's actually one of the things I struggled with when starting to play Ultimate in Finland, was that, because that's the same, not just open, but in all different kinds of competitive, non-competitive Ultimate in the States, is that it's just exactly what you said, nice catch, nice catch.
So maybe it's like in Europe, the thrower decides more, and in US and Canada, it's the cutter who's got
has the power.
Yeah.
This is Mark Roberts, the guy who just scored a goal, now helping his team out, and it's Lugsden going for the end zone. Nice grab, nice layout.
Yeah.
And as you said, Peetu, Lugsden is getting a lot of time. He's making 2 or 3 moves until the assist comes. And it's 6-all. And Alan Nichols is pulling. And the pull is actually pretty bad. Like, so the US team is starting their offense almost by the halfway mark. There seems to...
It's a strip.
Could be a strip.
Strip call. Yes.
Still, great
play
action.
And Alan Nichols agrees that he was late on the disc, so... And a pick call, and Lyserson returns the disc to J.D. Lemieux. Now
foul called, back on.
Lyserson's hand seems to go. He's like a microsecond late with his fingers. But very good transition by the white team back to defense. The Canadians did not have a fast break. They scored an easy goal here, but they didn't get a fast break. Andy Austerloni, his first goal of the game. Go Andy. The Canadians up by 1, assist by Evan Wood. Lots of open space in the back corner because everybody wants to score. Everybody wants to score on the goal line. So if somebody runs at the back, there's almost always room because the defenders can't wait there because then you score on the goal line. Canada ahead by 1.
I wonder how many of the Canadian players speak French.
Their roster, judging by their roster, one speaks Spanish. That would be Mauro Ortiz, number 23. But perhaps Mark Roberts, Mark with a C, number 69, might speak some French. I don't know.
Or Adam Chochinov might speak Russian.
Or Polish. We can ask them after the game. Let's hope they're not too angry. Taylor Cascino might speak Italian. Steve Dugan, Irish with an accent. I don't know. Studer is with the disc.
Well, these days, it's really hard to see who is native Canadian, Native American, because North America is really a melting pot of dozens of countries from the world, so it's tough to see from the name really where they're from.
Oh yes, and also the World Flying Disc Federation's eligibility rules make it possible for you to represent the country after staying there for a couple of years. So you don't even have to have citizenship, as in most other team sports. This will be CJ Hammer, number 96. Evan Wood. But it's a lot of cutbacks and saves. There's not really a lot of open flow.
Not so many obvious plays going on either. It just seems like explosive cutbacks.
Yeah. And most of the time, Canada has a handling line of 3 players. They're not always the same players, but there's almost always the line. So you can swing or dump if there's not a cutback.
But then,
or you should be able to.
Yeah, and then there's lots of empty space in front of the disc, so they're able to do the cutbacks. And Mike Grant is throwing with his right arm, like he's been throwing with his left arm whole tournament. But in this final, I think he hasn't thrown any lefties yet.
Okay, so he's
one of those ambidextrous, bilingual kind of.
Well, he dislocated his elbow earlier this season, and he hasn't been able to throw.
Well, he's able to score.
Yeah.
So that's Canada up by 2, I'd say. Kirk Savage with the pull, and that's almost as good as Alan Nichols' pull, the previous one.
Now fighting to take the half and see if the Canadian defense can turn it around. Oh, yeah. Looks pretty clean.
Yes. Greg Husek kind of missed that jump. He almost didn't leave the ground at all.
Foul call.
Studeris and Glimi. 0-0 and number 2. And the Canadians going for the half. Savage. Okay. And the Canadians trying to come up. A couple passes on the sideline.
Oh, that was a little bit of a push. Maybe.
You pushed me. No, I didn't. Did I push you? Did you push me? What?
Maybe a bit early. Like right. Yeah. Tough angle.
Well.
Oh! And that's out.
In or out?
I think he was out.
I would say out.
Yeah.
I would say out. Yes. He was in the air with the disc. He was never in when he had the disc. There is justice. There is justice.
He was trying too hard to have his feet in.
Yes.
But another unforced error, like there's so many of them in this game.
Well, there is also there's a different, probably a different kind of subconscious pressure than what you have, for example, in the UPA Nationals. there are two teams who have played each other many times, but this is a different venue. This is a different glory. And that was J.D. LeBeau with a throw, and what happens? Mike Namkung claims he's been fouled. The crowd is not pleased.
No, they disagree.
It looks like he was just hit on the shoulder, but I'm not sure how that affected the play. But any contact.
I would love to see that one more time, but I don't think we can have another slow motion on that one. But to me, it seemed he had touched the disc before there was a contact. He had already lost it. Well, however, the disc is back to J.D. LeBeau, and this is Greg Husak, and there's another call. The Canadians very strongly contested Namkung's foul call. And there's Namkung again. Ken Laserson. What do you, Gavin? What do you know? Laserson or Laserson? Laserson?
Laserson.
Okay. And another call. The Canadians seem to dislike Namkung's call very much, so they are calling every little thing right now. Until there is a score by the Americans. Adam Glimmy.
And the crowd is reacting.
Well, the only ones to know are Mike and the Canadian in the situation, so unfortunately we didn't have a camera in the right angle. But that's an interesting thing, thinking about future Ultimate, big games like this. Because now, when we are filming everything, and the more cameras there will be in filming the end zone and the sidelines and stuff like that, the more people will see the stupid calls or your lack of morale in your play. So you're really exposed as a player. With
another unforced error.
Taylor Casino, he seems to win all the high ones.
Timeout call.
I would have. Why let the stall count go up to 6 or 7? Just stop it early, have your teammates form a set play, and score.
There's a good view.
Yes. Well, we're gonna see an isolation of some kind. Studerus. And number 16, Jason Seidler, scoring.
I think there's a call.
That's one way to convince the opponents that they scored, is just to really act like they just scored. Definitely scored.
Can we see that once?
Yes.
Yeah.
And also kind of...
Where's the line?
Ooh, that's tough.
Well,
from here.
The Canadians call it out and won't give in, so... No. Jason Seidler with the disc, and Mauro Ortiz marking, and now we have an undisputed goal by Brian Camiros. Seidler with the assist, and perhaps...
That was a nice play.
Yes.
That dude is pretty quick.
But you need a break on the marker. You need a good thrower to be able to set plays like that. Greg Husak, a giant pull, and it's 8-all. And is this the Canadians' second or third try for the half? Second try for the half. Yes. Savage, Evan Wood, Kirk Savage, Jeff Cruikshank, and I think it's Evan Wood again on the far side. Andrew Lugsden in the middle. He hasn't been in for a couple points.
Oh, great. Great.
Another call.
Probably a foul on the thrower. Yes.
Yeah.
Marker hits the wrist. Lugsden to Kirk Savage. Derek Alexander.
What's the call?
Probably a pick upfield. Nichols. And the Canadians are just trying to form a very traditional stack when they have the disc at the sideline. Jonathan Woolridge
Takes the half.
Yes. Not so exciting so far. Well, but it's not there yet. It's not there yet.
No. Second half is the time for some power plays and intensity.
Yeah, probably for these guys, this game is really starting now. So Canada is up by 1. They have their defensive team out there. J.D. LeBeau with the disc. C.J. Hammer marking, and this is Studerus. Studerus' second error. He had a similar throw at the beginning of the game, trying to force the throw upwind. There's a very slight wind here from the left to the right on the screen. It seems to be pretty hard to score. You have to score twice or 3 times to. Nichols with the disc. Nichols again at the sideline. And the Canadians are just trying to form a stack in a 45-degree angle when they have the disc at the sideline, playing very traditionally. And now you see the handling line again. 2 or 3 guys in a line, and like Peetu said, leaving some space in the middle between the line and the cutbacks. There's Alan Cowan to Michael Grant. very short way to goal and some discussion. No, it wasn't me. And a slight knee contact. Oscar Pottinger with the disc, looking for
Nice break.
Michael Grant.
Another break. Ooh.
Another call.
And Grant going around Brandon Steets. But what happens here? Oh, there must have been a call already before the throw. Alan Nichols stopped running. The second try is successful. CJ Harmer. He was trying to score like a minute ago, and that wasn't allowed. So
I thought it was CJ Hammer.
Yeah.
It's Harmer. Yeah, 2 or 3 tries, and I'm sure one of them will work. 10-8.
or if the Americans are going to get into this game, it's time.
Yep, now's the time.
Ooh.
Risky.
But look at the space there is for the cutter to make the moves.
Yeah, you have to make the choice. Either you leave the end zone empty for a huck, or you leave the mid zone empty for a cutback, or for the handlers to bring the disc up. Canadians are... I was just going to say the Canadians are clogging the far side to clear space here, and so they did, but the execution was pretty poor.
How did that happen?
No call, and it's Taylor Casino all alone up there, and a long throw by Ken Laserson, and the Americans near the Canadian goal line, and a call in the end zone. And it's Steve Dugan. Steve Dugan for the second time, scoring. And this time, the Americans are not making so much fuss about it. Assist by Brandon Steets. And number 44, Anthony Maley, just a little bit late on the D. And Greg Husak's pull. Kirk Savage receiving, and it's Jeff Cruikshank, Andrew Lugsden, and a foul. Derek Alexander was fouled there, and Lugsden's backhand misread by 3 experienced players.
Just 2. I think these teams know each other too well, so there won't be that much of easy scoring. Like, they know how the...
That was a close one too, yes.
Strong throw though, I mean, speed.
So like we haven't seen too many just 2, 3, 4 passes goes.
So what you're saying is that
They have really good matchups. They know the players, what they do.
and they know the playbooks.
Yeah.
Whoa. Neither one touched it. I don't think so, no. Mauro Ortiz on the mark. And the Americans pushing it forward. Husak with the disc. That would be Yarbrough.
Watch the triangle.
Ooh. No. The 4th turnover in this point, I think.
Evan Wood. Derek Alexander.
Some scuffling going on.
Very physical marker play, yes. Andrew Lugsden. And the Canadians seem to be doing the opposite as in the previous goal. They're trying to clog all their players on the backhand side to have a big throw in the opposite corner, a big cross.
Nice
Holy
grab.
moly, what happened? Mauro Ortiz saved that one for his team.
And then
And an
scores.
assist
That's great.
for the goal. Mark Roberts.
That's just what the crowd needed too.
Mark Roberts.
It's a nice catch.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Acrobatic skills.
And what's the old saying? After a good catch, there's a bad throw. I don't think that's that's not true anymore.
That's great.
A lucky block first by Yarbrough, and then a great save by Mauro Ortiz. And the speed of the transition. Mark Roberts is really awake on this one. As soon as he sees that it's a Canadian disc, he's going for the end zone. And big credits to Mauro Ortiz, because not many players look upfield after a catch like that. They collect themselves, check if every limb is okay and stuff like that, and probably collect some cheers from their teammates after a catch like that. But Mauro Ortiz, he starts playing right away, sees Mark Roberts open in the end zone, and it's a score. But transition game was one of the things that Andrew Lugsden mentioned in the interview before the game, so the Canadians have probably put a lot of emphasis on that. Steve Dugan's assist, and it's Brandon Steets scoring. And a sharp cut by Steets near the end zone. Leaves the forehand side open. Easy pass for Dugan.
Yeah, that was a good break, Monk. Like, I think they were forcing backhand.
Taylor Casino pulling. USA 10, Canada 11. And Kirk Savage with the disc. And his favorite throw again. Derek Alexander. Alexander's been out there a lot lately. He didn't play much in the beginning of the game, but he's been coming in very strongly now. Cruikshank scoring.
Great
Jeff
job.
Cruikshank. Oh, yes.
I think that was the 4th time they played a long huck for Jeff, and first time they scored. So in the first half they made a few mistakes on this.
And he seems to be the player on the Canadian team that can outrun Greg Husak, because the 2 previous Canadians failed. So, and the Americans, like you said, Peter, seem to know that Cruikshank is fast, so they have Husak playing against him.
Yeah, that can be a set play because he's normally a handler, so like make him go long.
So cheating is an essence of the game, right? You write with big letters. You write handler on the jersey, and then you go deep.
Yeah.
And during the previous point, we were capped. So
Games played till 14.
game to 40, absolutely. And now it's 11-12 by Kevin Buchanan. So it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be close. Assist by James Tudorus. With some traveling, or what would you say, Gavin?
Just a little bit of traveling.
Slightly, yes. Look at this.
Oi.
Whoa. Yes. Even I can throw long backhands like that.
But hey, now they are playing long hucks. That's the point. Condors, they're starting playing big.
Yeah, that's good.
Taylor Casino. Nice. A nice one. A nice one. A long pull inside the Canadian end zone, and Kirk Savage, Cruikshank, handling.
Ooh, nice fake.
Nice throw.
Andrew Lugsden gets, but what a forehand.
From way downtown. Good toss, good toss. Fake that. Oh, yeah,
Big Andy fakes.
Plenty of space.
One more to go.
This is probably the difference between good players and great players, because this is not really the spot to take risks. You know, time cap and 1 goal difference, so you should play very, 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 very boring and accurate short pass.
Not short pass, that's not... I don't think that's the point. You gotta play safe, but that was safe. It was good isolation for
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Wow.
But have the Americans quit? No, they haven't.
They will not give up.
Important catch.
Oh, yes.
Just got it.
Yeah.
But the Canadians are just 1 goal away now from the championship.
Whoa.
Oh, that's nice.
But the Americans don't seem to care. They score. Brandon Steets. You don't give up until the disc is really, really down. Brandon Steets, and it's again 1 goal difference. It's almost a copy of the previous goal by the Canadians. A long forehand, slightly curving inside. Andrew Lugsden had a bit more space than Brandon Steets, but the result is the same, it's a goal. And Husak is pulling, and the Canadians are 1 point away.
Time for some tough defense right here.
And people can pull. When they have to make a good pull, they can. Cruikshank down. Greg Husak marking Andrew Lugsden. And the Canadians moving the disc from side to side.
Now they're playing the game you were talking about. Back to short passes.
Yeah.
Easy cutbacks.
Conservative. Yeah, accurate.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, Canada. Mauro Ortiz. It's me. And it's Fiesta. All right. 14 and 12. Somehow, I missed the finals that didn't have a time cap. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Great play.
The World Championship goal by Mauro Ortiz, assist by Andy Lugsden.
But with fewer calls, they would have more time to play to 17.
That's true too.
Yeah.
With the fewer calls, they could play to 21, like we used to do in the old days.
And as well, with a fewer turnovers. Like this game had a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, that was a topic of the discussion. But we have the winning goal here. Canada, #1 in the world, and USA comes second. So, and there, Mauro, he doesn't give that disc away. He'll save it. He'll have it in a glass door cupboard home. You know, he'd take it to the local jeweler and have it fastened on a silver plate or something. I would definitely. And here, the happy guys from Canada. And the crowd seems to have had it. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
It's been a long week.
Time to let loose on the dance floor and shake it up a little bit.
Yes. I wonder, will Mr. Nichols be there again in 4 years? Or Andrew Lugsden? They've been around quite long, so...
Or Corey Sanford was walking there.
But... So, ladies and gentlemen, this was it. The last game of the Worlds in Turku 2004. Open Division Final. Canada 14, USA 12. And our team in the studio, we were...
Gavin Rausch.
Peetu Ounap.
And I am Martin Glantz. Thank you one more time very, very much for joining us for this final game. And here, one more time, the world champions of Canada. Greg Liebert, Jonas Stanford, Michael Grant, Andrew Lugsden, Michael Enns, John Frame, Alan Nichols, Duncan MacDonald, Adam Chachanov, Jeff Cruikshank, Jonathan Wooldridge, Mauro Ortiz, Dan Bima, Oscar Pottinger, Derek Alexander, John Hassel, Andy Austerloni, Anthony Maley, Alan Cowan, Sean Boyle, Evan Wood, Mark Roberts, Derek John, Kirk Savage, and CJ Harmer. And we have a few comments still about the game coming up with our sideline reporter, and she is Anne Valta. The last comments, Anne, please go ahead.
Andrew, it was a very, very heated duel from the beginning all the way to the end. Either one of the teams could have won. What are your feelings right now, and what can you say about the game as itself?
Well, primarily my feeling is happiness, you know. I mean, sometimes games get a little bit ugly, both in terms of the quality of the play, but also in terms of the calls as well, too. And it was a grinding out game, you know, and that's what happens sometimes. That's what it takes to win championships sometimes. So I'm still happy. Do I feel we could have played better? Yes. So I think the game could have been a little bit cleaner, a little bit more enjoyable for the fans, for sure, as well, too. But that's just sometimes the way it goes. And overall, we're still really happy and proud of our victory.
Did the audience's feelings and their comments about the calls and stuff like that, did they have any effect on the field? Did you feel that?
I don't think much effect. I mean, I think sometimes the fans get frustrated with the pace of the game, but at the same time, sometimes the fans don't know the calls that are going on, and sometimes they're booing very legitimate calls or discussions, and sometimes the players actually get frustrated with the fans sometimes in that situation. It doesn't really affect us. I think when we're not playing, we'd love, as players, would love to see the game be more spectator-friendly in that situation. And, you know, we even talked at the beginning of the game about trying to get that. but it was tough conditions. It was a little bit windy and really tough defense, so it ended up being a lot of calls. That's just, like I said, the way it goes sometimes.
It seemed like you got a better grip on the things in the end. You got that little extra edge to take it over. Did you change something, or was it just what happened?
At halftime, we just talked about wanting it a little bit more. That was primarily it. Not a big strategic adjustment. We made a few things, but basically it came down to we felt that on offense we weren't winning enough one-on-one battles, and we said, do you want to win a gold medal? And that's what it came down to, and I think we played better in the second half.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Adam, I just talked to Andrew and told him it was a very heated battle all the way from the beginning. How did you feel during the game? Was it getting too intense? There was a lot of calls and stuff like that.
I felt like it was pretty spirited. You know, we made some calls and took some back. I don't feel like they didn't really make too many bad calls. I mean, calls are being made and the fans are going to boo because, you know, they're not on the field and they really don't know what's going on. I think it was a spirited game, but as far as the play goes, I think on both sides it was a terrible game. There were turnovers everywhere, and it saddens me a little to think that we're the best. I mean, both teams are really good, but watching that game and playing in that game, I was like, are we the best teams in the world right now? Because it doesn't look like it on either side. There were turnovers everywhere.
What do you think was the turning point? Did something happen in your team? Did you lose something?
We came out and we got those first 2 Ds, and I'm on the offensive team, and I said, all right, you know, if the offensive team scores every point, we're going to win this game, and we didn't do that. The offensive team immediately turned it away and gave it back to them, and then there was a struggle, and then at one point, 10-11, furious, we had a chance to take it back again, and that didn't happen. Our D got two Ds, but gave it back, and 12-10. We were done there.
So that was just inconsistency, impatience.
Inconsistency, and you know, just we knew that to win this game, everybody's going to have to play at their best, and it wasn't so much. Didn't turn out that we had to play at our best, but we had to play good, and I don't feel like we did. Although we did play with heart, and everybody played as hard as they could, just bad connections.
Well, this is just one tournament, even though it's Worlds, but there's another one coming. Yeah. You got to regroup. What did you talk amongst yourselves in that circle?
I'm already over the loss personally. I'm looking forward to Nationals and to spank them then, because for the past couple of years, they looked damn good. And right now, Furious didn't look that good. They looked better.
Thank you.
Thank you.